Hi guys, this is Sadik from Debugging.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the latest Evolution X ROM based on Android 15 onto the Pixel 6a, Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone and then let's get started. First off, get hold of the latest Android SDK platform tools from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In our case, we have done the extraction in the C drive, and as you could see, these are the files of platform tools. Well, not this one, and apart from this these are all the files of the platform tools, as you could see. Moving on, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. Debugging is required for ADB command, whereas OEM unlocking is required to unlock the bootloader on your phone. So let's now enable both the toggles. For that, just a minute, go to the settings menu on your phone, then go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. This will enable developer option. Now go back, go to system, and you should now see developer option. Go there and enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. You will get a prompt on your phone. Tap on OK. You might get one more prompt. So in that prompt, tap on allow, and with this, debugging is now enabled. Let's verify the same. So go to the address bar of platform tools, type in CMD and hit enter. Apart from that, you may also launch CMD from the start menu and type in cd space, copy the path of platform tools and hit enter. That would also get the job done. Anyways, once you are inside the platform tools directory, type in ADB devices and verify that you are getting an ID. If you are not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official USB cable that came with your phone and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out these USB fixes and verify that you're getting an ID. Once you're getting this ID, you will now have to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that unlocking will wipe off all the data and it might make the warranty null and void as well. If that's well and good, you could refer to a guide and the video and get the job done. Simply you have to boot your phone to Fastboot mode and then use the Fastboot flashing unlock command. You will then get a prompt on your phone. So use the volume key to highlight, unlock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. With this, the bootloader will be unlocked and we are now good to go ahead. Just make sure to re-enable USB debugging once again from the developer options. Once that is done, you will now get hold of the ROM file from the official website of the Evolution X. Simply do a Control F or type in here for your phone name, let's say Pixel 6a, and download the file from here. Apart from the ROM file, the rest of the files are the partition files which are there in the respective XDA website. So simply go to the link of the XDA and then expand your phone from there and then select your phone. In my case, the Pixel 6a, and download the boot, DTBO and vendor boot. Do not download the ROM file from here because the link seems to be not working as of now. So it's recommended to use the official site for the ROM, and for the rest of the files, you may use the XDA website for the rest of the files. Just for the ROM, use the official site, and then the partition IMG file can be get from the XDA site only, the boot, DTBO and vendor boot. So once you have got all these files, you will have to transfer the file inside the platform tools directory. So this is the ROM file and vendor boot, DTBO and boot. So let's transfer all the files inside platform tools directory, and it will take a few seconds for that to happen. So let's just wait. Anyways, let's move ahead with the next step. Now you will have to boot your phone to Fastboot mode. So for that, type in ADB reboot bootloader and hit enter, and your phone will now reboot into Fastboot mode, which will take only a few seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen. And once it's in the Fastboot mode, you will have to verify the Fastboot connection as well. For that, type in Fastboot devices and verify that you're getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then you will have to install Fastboot drivers on your PC. We have made a separate guide and a video on the same. You could refer to a guide and get the job done. Once you have installed the drivers from this guide, now right click on the Windows icon and select Device Manager. Then verify that your phone is shown here under Android device as Android bootloader interface. So let's now get started with the flashing of the ROM file. Just make sure that all the 4 files are there inside the platform tools directory, as you could see. Moreover, for the ease of convenience, let's rename the ROM file to something shorter. So let's rename it to ROM and the complete name becomes rom.zip. Once that is done, let's now get started with the flashing process. So first off, we'll flash the boot file, then the DTBO and then the vendor boot, which is the custom recovery. So let me open the CMD window once again, just a minute. and let's verify the Fastboot connection. So it's working well and good. First off, let's flash the boot file in the boot partition, and it will take a few seconds. Next up, let's flash the DTBO in the DTBO partition of the phone, and finally let's flash the custom recovery, which is the vendor boot file, and paste it here. After that, you will now have to reboot our phone to the newly flashed recovery. So type in Fastboot reboot recovery, and your phone will now reboot to the newly flashed recovery, which will take a few seconds only. So let's wait for that to happen. And once your phone is in the Evolution X recovery, your first course of action is to do a format data, which will wipe off all the data from your phone. So make sure you have taken a backup beforehand. If that's well and good, then go to factory reset, format data, and the data wipe is now complete. As you could see, data wipe complete. Now go back, select apply update, apply from ADB, and your phone is now in the sideload mode. Let's verify the same. So type in ADB devices and verify that you're getting the sideload keyword. If that's well and good, then we could now sideload the ROM file. So type in ADB sideload rom.zip, which is the file name, and hit enter. And the sideloading will now start, and it will take up to around 6 to 8 minutes for it to complete. So let's just wait for the time frame. So guys, the flashing of the ROM is now complete. If you want to flash any other zip file, then tap on yes. Your phone will then undergo a reboot to recovery, and then you will do a sideload of the required file. Just place the file inside the platform tools directory and do the sideload. On the other hand, if you do not want to sideload any other zip file, then tap on no. Anyways, let's now move ahead with the last step, which involves doing a factory reset once again. So even if you have done a sideload or if you haven't done any sideload, that does not matter. Doing a format data at the very end is a must, and it's compulsory. So please do a format data at the end, and once that is done, which will take a few seconds, go back and you may now tap on reboot system now, and your phone will now reboot to the newly flashed OS. Do note that the first boot up will take up some time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. From the subsequent time, that will not be the case. With that said, let's wait for the boot animation, or at least the boot logo to appear, either of which will signify that the flashing has been done successfully. And as you could see, this is the boot animation, so the flashing has been done, and the ROM should now boot up in a few seconds. So let's wait for that to happen. So guys, we are now inside the ROM. So let's get started with the setup process. If you want, you may connect your phone to the Wi-Fi, link your Google account, and restore all the data. But for now, we are skipping all these stuffs, and I will simply take you to the OS directly. So it will take a few more seconds for it to complete. Let me skip this as well. And that's just about it. We are inside the latest Evolution X ROM based on Android 15. So it has only one third-party app, which is the BCR. It's an automatic call recording app. By third party, I mean it's not a part of the Google app, but it's still a system app. So you will have to use the ADB shell command if you want to remove the app from your phone. And this is the app package name, com.schiller3.bcr. And apart from that, let's first have a look at the few Android 15 features, after which you'll have a look at the Evolution X features. So with regard to the Android 15, first off is the revamped settings menu. As you could see, this is there, the new settings menu page. Then you have the power menu in QS tiles, that is also there. Then it's the screen recording for a particular app, partial screen recording, a single app. This is also there, a single app. Tap on start recording, and now the recording will only take place inside the app which you choose. As soon as you move over to any other app, or if you get a notification from any other app, the recording will pause and will only resume once you go back to that app. Then apart from that, next up we have the back gesture. Let me have a look. The predictive back gesture is currently not working, so that is a missed opportunity. Then the new volume panels, let's have a look at that. Well, as of now, the volume panel is also based on Android 14. It's not on Android 15. You may have a look at my other Android 15 guides and videos on my channel to see how it looks. Then battery information, it would be in the battery section. Let's go there. And this is there. In fact, some of these information was there on Android 14 as well. But thankfully, we now have all these and a couple of more options, so that you don't have to be dependent on third-party apps to get this job done. After that, we have the private space. So for that, I'll first have to enable a lock screen. So let me set up a screen lock. For the ease of convenience, I will use a pattern. You may choose any one of your choices. So let's set up this one. And this is my lock screen pattern. And now this is the private space. So you could either keep the same lock screen pattern which you have on the lock screen or choose a new one. It's recommended that you choose a new lock for the private space. And I'll be doing just that. So this is my original lock pattern. And you may choose a new pin pattern or password along with the fingerprint. So I'll be choosing a pattern. So this is the pattern which I'm going with for the private space. And that's just about it. Regarding the fingerprint, I'm skipping it for now just to save some time. And that's it. As you could see, the private space is now there at the bottom. You may tap on the lock screen, then input your pattern or pin, and you could then access the private space without any issue. As you could see, these are the apps in the private space. You may add more apps from here. Likewise, you also have one more option. You may go to its setting menu and hide private space and enable the toggle next to hide private space. And this will even hide the space from the app drawer as well. Let me show you. As you could see, simply lock it and it will now be gone from here as well. Now the only way to access it is via the Google search. So do a search from here, private space, and then you may open the private space section from here. But it will no longer be visible in the app drawer until and unless you manually open it. So now it's visible, but once again, if you lock it, it will be gone. So this is a double layer of security. Then apart from that, you may also get hold of the taskbar, which is there on only some apps, or rather some custom ROM, and the taskbar seems to be missing from this custom ROM. That's not a major cause of concern because taskbar is mostly there for foldable and tablets. But with that said, I have seen the taskbar option across many custom ROM which are non-foldable as well, but currently that is not there. So anyways, there are a couple of Android 15 features, for more importantly the volume panel and the back gesture, which both of which seems to be missing, as well as the taskbar as well. They might get added in the near future, but for now they are missing. And now this is the evolver, which beholds all the goodies from the custom ROM. First off, we have the theming section, the monitor settings. You may choose any accent color from here. Let's go with the red and tap on it and the theme will change accordingly. Or you may also choose the theming style from here and change the theme. As you could see, it's now a little bit brown in color, fruit salad. This is blue in color and so on. Then you may change the luminance and chroma factor of the theme as well. Then these are the various system font style that you could choose from. There are quite a lot of fonts. Whatever font you choose will be applied across the entire UI and UX of the OS. So keep this point in mind. Let's see if they have the nothing font or not. So this is the nothing dot font style. As you could see, it's implemented. For now, for the sake of recording the video, I'm going with the default font style. Then the lock screen font. So anyway, let's go with Alpha Clouds. And this lock screen clock, as you could see, is currently implemented and it will be in the center when you remove the notification. These are the persistent notification which cannot be removed. So as of now, it will be at the top left. Likewise, you may choose any one of these clock styles. As you could see from here, there are quite a lot of options that you could choose from. So let me show you one more, which is this one, the last one. And as you could see, it's implemented. Let's get back to any random one, this one. Now, apart from lock screen, we have the system icons. Let me enable a few toggles, DND and flashlight. And now you could keep a tab at the top right of the screen and see the change in the icons. So this is a lawn and you could see the changes being implemented. This is the plumpy. So let's stick with one of them, and then icon shape. The icon shape will be implemented in the app drawer and the home screen. Let me show you. As you could see, this is the Pebble Street. I don't know why they don't keep the app icons in a neat and clean order. They are just randomly placed in the home screen. Anyways, moving on. Apart from icon style, this is the signal style for the carrier data that you could choose from. Again, there are quite a lot of options. These many options aren't there in many custom ROM, at least for the signal icon. Same goes the case with the Wi-Fi icon style as well. As you could see, there are many icons that you could choose from. Then the navigation bar icon. So if you are using 3-button navigation, then you may choose from any one of these styles. And apart from the themes, the themings are done. Okay, let's get back to the lock screen. It will show the charging stats. So let's have a look. And as you could see, the charging stats are shown at the bottom. And apart from that, there aren't any other lock screen tweaks, which is quite amusing to find. I guess it's in a initial stage. More features might get added in the near future, but for now, that is the only feature in this ROM. In the status bar, you may control the brightness by swiping the slider as well. It works sometime and it does not work the other times. As of now, it is not working as well. In some cases, you might have to do a system UI restart for the feature to work. So that might be the case over here. Then you may also enable colored icon and notification count for each app icon badge. This will let you know how many 100 notifications are there for each apps. Then these are the privacy indicators. So whenever you open any app, access the location, GPS or the camera, then you will get a green indicator at the top right. Then we have the QoS settings, which is currently empty, and notifications should also be empty, as I'm sure. Yeah, so I have seen this is a half-baked ROM at the time of recording. Power menu is also non-accessible from here. That's not a cause of concern because you could easily access it from the QoS tiles. Let's go to the restart, and as you could see, we have option to reboot to recovery, Fastboot D, and the bootloader. There is no system UI in place of Fastboot D. System UI might have been a better choice, but still, this will get the job done. You could also invoke the power menu from the power button as well. Then buttons, that is empty, well, and miscellaneous. You may enable the application downgrade from here, and then in the spoofing, you may enable the plain integrity fix and go online and tap on plain integrity fix value. It will automatically update with the latest GMS values, and your phone will then pass the basic and the device integrity, but it will not pass the strong integrity. That is not a cause of concern because most of the banking apps only require the basic and the device. But if you still need to pass the strong, then you may refer to my guide and get the job done. You will require an unrevoked keybox XML file to pass the strong test as well. So my first file has been revoked, my second file has been revoked as well. This is the second file, and now I have uploaded a third file. So this is the file which is currently working. So you may ask for the file in the comments and then let me know the same. I will give you the file, and then you may use the file and the steps given here to pass the strong test as well. Or if you want to pass just the basic and device, then the inbuilt feature will get the job done for you. Then you may also enable Play Store spoof to get all the goodies from the latest Pixel 9 Pro or the Google Photo spoof. Do not enable the Google Photo spoof and the Play Store spoof at the same time, because your phone cannot be the Pixel 9 Pro and the Pixel XL at the same time. You could only spoof the features which are part of the same phone. For example, the Google Photo spoof and the Snapchat spoof both belong to the Pixel XL. So you can enable both of them at the same time without any issue whatsoever. So guys, as of now, that's just about it. There are a few other tweaks such as the wallpaper and style, which is there across all the AOSP ROM. It has a few wallpapers as well, as you could see. And this is the Pixel specific wallpapers which we are already aware of. Then these are the various clock style to choose from, and you may also change the theme from here based on the Material UI theming engine, and you may choose more colors from here. There are quite a lot of options. Then you may enable or disable the dark theme from here, or choose even more colors from this page. And then if we go back, then you may also tweak a few lock screen options from here. So over here, you may access a few lock screen tweaks which was absent in the customization page of the ROM, and this is present here. Then you may add text on the lock screen. Let's say Droidwin, and tap on save, and you will now get, and then you will always show date and time. This will act as an AOD. Tap to check phone, left to check phone. All this might lead to a few additional battery drainage, but that's along the expected line. As you could see, the clock style is being shown here, but the text is currently not shown. So let's do one thing. At the end of the video, I'll do a system restart, and then we'll verify if all these features are in fact not working, or it's simply a UI bug. True to my knowledge, all these are currently missing and will only work in the subsequent build. So whatever features are there, they are working without any issue, but there are some features missing. So that will be added in the near build. And then we have the themed icon as well. And as you could see, it's now implemented. You could change the app grid size. So let's go with the 5x5. And next up, let me show you a couple of other tweaks. Give it a few seconds and let's confirm the pattern. And let me first pin these app over here. This is the Play Store and Google Photos. Now let's access the home settings, and there aren't any major customization tweaks over here as well. So guys, for now this is seems to be a half-baked ROM. The ROM version and name, let me show you. The ROM version for the time at the time of recording is the 10.0 and the November 5th patch. So in this build there are a few missing features, as I've shown you earlier as well, with regard to the quick settings, notifications, and power menu. It will do because you could access it from the QS tiles as well, and the buttons. So these are the missing features which will be added in the subsequent build. So if that's well and good, then you could give this ROM a try. It has an inbuilt play integrity pass as well, which is quite great to see. And that is just about it. So guys, with that in mind, I round up this video. If you still have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.